Hello, welcome to a review of the Healing Tarot. And here is the back of the cards. I'm saying it's not reversible, by the way. Major Arcana. Okay, first off, this deck is really interesting. It is completely made of pictures. A photographer made this deck. Had several people pose for him. There are some cards that have like had to use some like Photoshop stuff on because you had to make them look a bit, fancy. Anyway, but otherwise it's completely photography. Everything was done with a camera. I love this deck, actually. It's quite interesting. Honestly, I found this deck on a website. If you type Healing Tarot into Google, you should find the website they came from. I'm pretty sure you can buy this tarot deck. I'm honestly not sure. Otherwise, I do know that this deck is just quite interesting. As you see, obviously Strength for Justice. The Minor Arcana or Rider-Waite style, like normal. Their courts, however, have been changed. Instead of Page, Knight, Queen, King, it's Daughter, Son, Mother, Father. Just the way they did it. Anyway. Also, I don't know, whoever made this deck, props, I'd have to say, because this would not be an easy tarot deck to create. Just saying. This would require, let's see, many people to pose, create the costumes, maybe money to buy some of the stuff for some of the, well, if you pay these people, for some of the effects that were done, some of the things that were used. I mean, it would just require quite a bit of work, but I have to admit, it is a very, very nice tarot deck. They are entering the Minor Arcana and the Wands. And yes, they are known as the Wands in here. Also, you will notice that at the top of each Minor Arcana, they have basically, I guess you could say, a one-word meaning for each card. Some of them are correct. Some I would go a little deeper in saying just that one word, but it's the best, I guess they could say for them. This deck actually reminds me of another tarot deck. I can't remember its name right off the bat, but it was a deck made by a gay man. Basically, same thing. The only difference is he made two decks versions of what he did. One where basically all the men are naked and the pictures are taken of the deck in the poses that they're supposed to. And it's actually quite an interesting deck. He drew pictures on them, like some element of symbol stuff on them. Some of them have like maybe some cloaks on to represent some color schemes. By the way, also here are the court cards of the Wands. So you see Daughter, then you have your Son, and then we go to Mother, and then a Woman, and then we have Man. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Here are the cups, by the way. Back to what I was saying, though, is, and the deck I was referring to, yes, you see their parts, but it's this deck, same base. I mean, there's another version of this deck where you see more than what you see in these cards. The reason for which is, the reason I compare it is because since the second set of this, well, some of the cards where there's nudity, there's not clothes there, it's mainly just due to the fact that nature is nature. It shouldn't matter what you see. That's the point. The reason that man made that other deck. He made the altered one where they cover up those areas. But anyway, this is the unaltered version of this deck. The altered version of this deck, where you don't see anything like that. However, the other version is on the site. You'd have to find it. But anyway, but this is one of the main versions, I guess you see. I'm pretty sure this deck is sold somewhere, I'm just not sure where. Finding it, we just, like I said, look at up Healing Tarot on Google, and you should locate them. Swords. Anyway, they all have, as I said, the basic meanings in them, symbolism. As for a deck for someone to read with, I mean, I guess that this would be a good deck. Maybe for beginners, I mean, it's possible. I mean, if you're a photographer, or if you love photography, or if you just love the real life lifeness of these cards, I'd have to say. I would suggest this deck for you. Maybe it's due to the fact that, because I quite enjoyed it just because of the realisticness. I before I had thought of cards like this, someone making them with real people, but I'd never think of where you'd even start to begin, or where you'd begin with this. You probably have to find a bunch of people to do it, or to help you with. I'd have to say he had at least maybe 10 people to help him with this, and then a bunch of props like wigs and makeup, or different dresses and clothes. Honestly, I couldn't tell you how many people he had to do this. That's much my best guess, because here in the Pentacles, as you see now, and the Ten of Pentacles, you see like 10 people, so that's what makes me think. Anyway, but I'd have to say, whoever made this, whoever thought of this concept, whoever made this deck, just props to you. The way they made it, the way they had to have some major drive to get this done. Number one, as I was saying, the time it would take to do a lot of this, to make some of these things, get these people. Who knows how long it took him to make this deck? But I'd have to say that he did a very great job. I suggest you get this deck if you love photography, as I said. If you just love, just love the real life, the realism of this. I'm honestly unsure if you can buy this. As I said, you should be able to find it, I'd think. The name of the tarot, I don't get why it's called the Healing Tarot. Honestly, don't know. But anyway, that's just the name it was under. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Healing Tarot. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.